Good morning. Thank you for tuning in to the MonaLisa Monroe Morning Show. Grab your coffee or your tea, hunty, because we have a lot to talk about. But before we get started on those red hot topics, please go to my website, www.monalisamonroe.com. We've got t-shirts, we've got mugs, we've got toast. Believe me, we've got you covered. And also, you can purchase my book, Life After the Diagnosis. If you know a survivor or you are a survivor, this is the book that you need. Well, let's go ahead and get this party started right. Shall we?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the MonaLisa Monroe Morning Show. Grab your coffee and your tea, hunty, because we have a lot to talk about this morning. I know you're wondering, well, MonaLisa, girl, it's not even 9 o'clock yet. How about it's not even 10 o'clock yet? I know, guys, but today's show is going to be amazing. How about not just today's show, the month of June? Yep, you got it. The whole month of June is the men's month. It's all about the men in June. Yes, just like in May, it was all about the ladies. Mother's Day was in May, of course, you all know. And Father's Day is in June. So I decided to let the fellas have June. Yep, you got that right. But before we get started with the show today, I want to just briefly talk about our merchandise. Boop. Yes. Please go to my website, and that is www.monalisamonroe.com, and you can receive the MonaLisa Monroe Morning Show gear. We've got t-shirts, just like the commercial says. We've got totes. We've got coffee cups. We've got what you need. This is just one style of the coffee cup that we have. Isn't that cute? Yeah, sting. Yes. And then, of course, we have my book. We're going to have Life After the Diagnosis. That's also on the website for you to purchase. Later on this year, we're going to do a show that's going to be highlighting authors. Anyone that has written a book or multiple books, we would like to have you on the show. I'll let you know when that's happening. But June is all about the fellas. Oh, yes. June is Men's Month. So, our topic today, if you're just now tuning in, because of course now it's 9 o'clock and now it's 10 o'clock. And I've been on for a few minutes, but I just wanted to just jump in and let you know just a few things, my folks. Thank you for tuning in to the MonaLisa Monroe Morning Show. June is Men's Month. Today we're going to be talking about men's health. Yeah, health. So, ladies, if your questions have been burning inside and you really want to know certain things about men and their health, this is the show. This is the show. So, I wanted to just do a little bit of, a little bit of fun because, June is our male month. I just want to do one little thing. for the June. Yes, June. All right. It's going to be raining men in June. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for tuning in to the MonaLisa Monroe show this morning. Oh, yeah, we're going to have a good time. So, you're wondering what we're going to talk about. I know. I just know. Good morning, Miss Jones. How are you today, madam? Today, not just today, the whole month of June, madam, is going to be on fire, okay? The whole month of June is going to be about the men. Today, we're going to be talking about men's health. Next Thursday, we're going to be talking about men's wealth. And then we're going to be talking about on Father's Day. How do you feel about being a father? What's the difference between a daddy and a father? You know, just things like that around Father's Day. And then the last Thursday of June is going to be what's sexy. What's sexy to you? Because, you know, ladies, we can tell you all day what we think is sexy. But men, what do you think is sexy? But that'll be the last Thursday in June. But today, we're going to be talking about men's health. So I just decided to put a few questions on the table, you know, just to get us going, just to get us started. So first topic on the table for all my men out there, since it is your month. Tell me, do you feel your age? How old are you? Number one. And do you feel your age? You know, you might be, let's say, 30. Do you feel 30? You might be 40. Do you feel 40? You might be 50. Do you feel 50? And how about you might be 60? Do you feel 60? I want to know, fellas, do you feel your age? And then, you know, health-wise, there's a few tests out there that can actually let you know, according to your health, your body can be a younger age because of your health. You might be, let's say, 50, but because you work out, you eat right, and all that good stuff, you could have a body like a 30-year-old or 40-year-old. So, how old are you? Or do y'all feel a little, you know, some type of way about your age? And do you feel your age? That's the first red hot question on the table for my fellas out there. Number two question, what would you tell you at age 20 that what not to do or what to do at this age? So you look back and you're 20 years old and you're now 50 or 30 or whatever. What would you turn and tell your 20-year-old self not to eat, drink, do, say, or whatever? What would you tell your 20-year-old self? That's number two. And of course, last but not least, why don't men like going to the doctor? What is up with that? I mean, really now. Why don't men like going to the doctor? Because ladies, honey, something go wrong. I don't want to say go wrong, but something go down with us. I don't care if it's our head, our eye, our hand, our arm. We're going to the doctor, honey. Going to the doctor and we're going to get happy, happy. Trust me, we go to the doctor. So what is it about men that, it's like pulling teeth to go to the doctor? Now, of course, I threw that question out there and I got a little feedback. So one of the reasons were the fear of the unknown is what I was told. So men sort of hesitate going to the doctor for the fear of what the doctor might tell them. Well, to me, you would want to know what the doctor's going to tell you. So it's not what we know as ladies today. It's what men know and what we think. So I think you would want to go to the doctor because something isn't right. And the other reason that, when I threw it out there was they don't think about themselves. They want to take care of the wife, the children, go to work, go home. They got other things to do. They don't have time to go to the doctor. Huh? I'm thinking if you don't, okay, and once again, what women think and what men know. So I would think you would make time because if there's an issue, you're not going to be able to work. How about that? You're not going to be able to take care of everybody if you don't go to the doctor. And last but not least, it's like you would want to just know and take care of yourself. And then if you're doing great, then keep up the great work. That's what I'm thinking. Sheba, good morning. So, Sheba, Miss Jones, you guys help me. Why don't men, and this is what we think now because we don't know, why don't men like going to the doctor? What is wrong with going to the doctor? What is the fear? What is the deal? Why don't men like going to the doctor? What do you ladies think so far? What question number one? What would you tell? And I'm sorry, not question number two. What would you tell yourself at age 20? What not to do and what to eat and all that good stuff now, so they can be ready for the age that you're at now. What would you tell your 20-year-old self? Well, let me personally answer a few of these. Let me just say that. I'm going to just jump on and just go for what I know. Okay, so let's just start from here. All right. So, do you feel like your age? I would say, no, I don't feel 50. And I'll be 50 this year. I don't feel 50 because I don't know what 50 feels like. So let me elaborate. The 50-year-old folks that I know are fabulous. They are still movers and shakers. They're not huddled up in front of a TV eating bonbons and ice cream. The 50-year-old folks that I know are doing the doggone thing. So Do I feel 50? I would say no, because I feel maybe 45. Now, let me throw a wrench in that a little bit, because since I had a car accident and stuff like that, I feel 50, almost 60 some days. So overall, I don't feel 50. But there are some days that I feel 50, maybe 65. But overall, I do not feel like I'm 50. So what do how do you feel? How old are you, if you don't mind me asking? Because what, women are a little So how old are you, and do you feel your age? Because the month of June is all about the fellas. I'm just curious to know what the fellas, think or know. Fellas, how do you feel? Do you feel your age? Women, we're different, At 50, seriously, it's folks that I know that are still doing it at 50, 55, almost 60. So do I feel? No, I feel younger. But there are some days, baby, that I feel like a motherless child. I feel, and that's when it's like cold outside, these bones be crackling, when you get up and but overall, I don't feel 50. So I'm just curious, how old are you, and do you feel your age? That's the first question on the table. Do you feel your age? Simple, 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 simple. And the next one would be, what would you tell your 20-year-old self? So let me answer this one. Let me get this on the table. I would turn and tell my 20-year-old self, girlfriend, girlfriend, I would tell her that it's going to be rough. Okay. I saw the Mike Tyson special the other day, and that's what one of the questions were that they asked Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson said it the best. He said, it's going to be hard. It is. But I would tell her that it's going to be very sweet. Just endure to the end. There you go. I would tell the 20-year-old that it's going to be hard. It's going to be tight. So all of that whoop-de-woo, party, baby, get about your business. I would tell her, do not waste time. Finish college. Honey, get your business going. Believe in yourself. Man, that 20-year-old MonaLisa, woo, baby. Yeah. What would you tell your 20-year-old self? I would have a couple. I would have a cup of these because yeah. At 20, yeah. But I would say this. At 20, I was fearless. I would say that. I was fearless. And well, then again, I still am in a lot of ways fearless. But I was, yeah. But the thing is my 20-year-old self, I was fearless, and I was a risk taker in areas that didn't benefit. But then again, now looking back, it did. But I would have did things differently with business and education. How about that? I would have did two things differently. Business and education. I would have stuck to the business. I would have stuck to the education. There you go. That's what I would tell my 20-year-old self. Yes. Yes. Good morning, honey. Good morning. Blessed up, beautiful day. It is beautiful. Sheba, child, because they need a woman to say, let's go now. Yeah, if you could, look back at your 20-year-old self, I mean, on the real, I was a go getter, and I still am, but in some areas that I would rethink now. Yeah. Sheba, TT will be 20 this year. Wow. I told my daughter to enjoy her life without having children and get to know herself and what she likes and start her business and get to running and building now. Love yourself. Oh, yes, yes, and yes again. Love yourself. Get that business going. Take care of you. She's almost done with Cosmo. Oh, for real? That's awesome. Congratulations, Sheba. You did good, girl. You did good. And that's another thing. I had children young as well. Um, my children, I had them very young. Okay. And I look back and my kiddos are amazing. Sometimes I just go, wow. I just sit back and just, wow. Because they are amazing. Sheba, she's a black nail tech. Ding! Honey, make the money. Hunty. Yeah, that's awesome. Congratulations, Sheba. When I get down there, she can do these for me. Yes. I hardly ever see nail techs that are black. So that's awesome. Congratulations. So what would you tell your 20-year-old self, Mr. Monroe? What would you tell your 20-year-old self, Miss Jones? What would you tell your 20-year-old self? Those of you that are tuning in, the question on the table is, what would you tell your 20-year-old self? Long conversation. Like I said, I would grab one of these, coffee or tea, hunty, because we would have a lot to talk about. And question number 2, oh, why don't men like going to the doctor? What is up with that? Fellas, I'm listening. Mr. Monroe, I'm listening. Why don't y'all like going to the doctor? What is up with that? Ladies will go at the drop of a dime. We fear not. Matter of fact, some of us go too often to the doctor. The doctor's like going, oh my gosh, what is going on with you now? Child, please. But anyway, what's the deal with that? I'm just curious to know, fellas, why don't you like going to the doctor? Oh, good grief. We have no problems. None. What would you tell your 20-year-old self? Now, what would you tell him? What age do you feel? How old do you feel? And why don't y'all like going to the doctor? Well, I myself, like I said, I'm going to put me on the chopping block. I feel 50 some days, but not all days. I don't mind going to the doctor at all. Thank God I went to the doctor. Oh, you know what? That's That's not a full truth. That's not a full truth. I'm just in the space now of going to the doctor when something's wrong, because this book right here, yeah, Life After the Diagnosis. This book was written at a stage in my life when I was recovering from leukemia. Okay. And there were things that was going on with my body that I had no idea what was going on. It was like I was going, right? Just going. And when I did go to the doctor, it was misdiagnosed. But all at the same time, I have to think back and say I wasn't the type that went to the doctor often because I was rarely sick. But it was like pulling teeth after that episode of going to the doctor, and the doctor gave me this crazy bogus misdiagnosis. So when I found out about the leukemia, yeah, a close friend of mine, matter of fact, my son's father, had to yell and tell me to go to the doctor because I just didn't want to go. And thank God I listened and went to the doctor because it saved my life. So I have to say that I wasn't always in this space, but I'm in the space now. I don't mind going to the doctor at all because when I feel like something ain't right, I'm there. Yeah, all the way there. Because, the older you get, you don't know what's going on. Just check yourself, especially now, the COVID thing going on and all that craziness. You would want to go to the doctor. You would want to make sure everything's good. And then again, you're like going, no, I'm not going to the doctor because I don't want them to tell me. Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. Yeah, I get it. But yeah, I switched it up so I can see everybody. I see you. Yeah, but yeah, we're just talking about your health, mental health, physical health. That's what we're talking about today, for real. That's what we're talking about. Mental and physical. Yes. Mr. Monroe, I would tell my alter ego money, your season of pleasure and leisure comes with a price. Woo! Ding! It's fun. It's enjoyable. Immediate gratification is going to cost you if you don't invest in your future. Wow. Wow, that is huge. That is huge. I'm going to put that. Yeah, let's see that a little. Yeah, I would tell my alter ego. Do you still have your alter ego? Yeah, but that was a really good comment. Put that back up for me. So I would tell my alter ego, and his name is Money. Okay, got it. Your season of pleasure and leisure comes with a price. Wow. It's fun. It's enjoyable. Immediate gratification is going to cost you. Golly, that is deep. Good morning, Mr. Glover. So, Mr. Glover, I don't know if you have enough time, but the question on the table today, to this morning, sir, is first, do you feel your age? How old are you? And do you feel your age? Mr. Monroe, Money, do you feel your age and how old are you? Um, and any other fellas that want to chime in, how old are you and do you feel your age? How do you feel? You know, that's question number 2. And for those of you who have logged in, and thank you for tuning in, the other question is, of course, okay, do you feel your age? What would you tell your 20-year-old self now that you have made it to whatever age that is? What would you tell your 20-year-old self to do or not to do, whatever the case? And last but not least, why don't y'all go to the doctor? Why don't men go to the doctor? What's up with that? All right. Mr. Monroe, yes, money, 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 money. Okay, so do you feel your age, sir? Do you feel your age and how old are you? So that's what we're looking at. And why don't you go to the doctor? What's up with that? I'm not going to put anybody on blast. I'm just offering you the question on the table. Number 1, why don't you go to the doctor? What's that? What's up with that? And what would you tell your 20-year-old self? And do you feel your age? Do you feel your age? Okay, so those are the questions on the table. I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. Welcome to the MonaLisa Monroe Morning Show. Thank you for tuning in. We got a great show this morning. So the whole month of June, if you're just now tuning in, it's all about the men. And I played a little snippet for the for everybody. Oh yeah, so it's raining men in June. It's all about y'all. All right, so what, Mr. Glover? I'm always at the doctor for normal physicals, blood work, the whole 9 yards, and I will be 58 in 27 days. Wow. So, do you feel 58? That's great. So you don't mind going to the doctor. That's awesome. Do you feel 58? And what would you tell your 20-year-old self, Mr. Glover? What would you tell your 20-year-old self to do, not to do, pay attention to, whatever the case may be? This is you guys' month. I want to hear from you guys. Of course, the ladies, we can chime in too. But it's raining, man. It's about y'all. The month of June is about y'all. Yes. Mr. Monroe, while I don't feel my age in some instances or activities, it can be felt. Now, that's what I was saying. Definitely. You might not feel it all the time, but some things like, basketball, football, or whatever the case may be, you feel your age. It's so funny because I was telling, back in the day, I would be racing my children, and my boys are all, grown and teenagers, 16 years old. And when they were little, I would race them. Baby, we would beat. And of course they would beat me, but you couldn't tell me that I wouldn't try to beat them. And, like I said, I don't feel 50, but some days I feel 50 plus, especially after that accident I had. I mean, it's like, I don't feel like my old 100%. And I can't do all the stuff that I used to do, but hey, I'm here, praise God. I'm not complaining. I am here. So, yeah, so do you feel your age, fellas? And why don't you go to the doctor? And if you do go to the doctor, great, wonderful. What would you tell your 20-year-old self? Yeah. Thinking back, I like I said, we would have to have a sit down, honey. Me and my 20-year-old self, oh my goodness. All the information that I have now, oh, believe me, we would have a sit down. Matter of fact, I would tell her to sit down. Have several seats in some areas. I mean, I was bad now. Still am. Ding. But this is not about me. It's about you. Yeah. Fellas. So, yeah. What would you tell? Mr. Glover, I do not feel 58. However, I would tell myself to invest more in real estate and on business. Invest. Yes, and yes. Yes. I would definitely tell my younger self. My goodness. Matter of fact, that's what I was saying earlier. I would tell my younger self to stay in school. Do not drop out of college. Stick it through. I would tell my younger self, stick to the business, because I had 2 businesses in my 20s and stopped. Yeah. I will never forget my businesses. The first business, you will never forget it. So the business was called Events by MonaLisa. That was the first one. And then the second one was Style Architect. Now, Style Architect is still going on, but it was very strong back in my 20s. So I would definitely say invest, because the things that I passed on, oh my goodness, thinking that it was, this frivolous thing, or not believing in the product or the thing. I mean, I can name some things that came to me years ago, and I was just like, eh. And one of the things is crypto. I mean, crypto came to me 10 years ago. Can you imagine if I would have just understood and appreciated the person that was trying to teach me? Okay. And look at everything now moving towards crypto, but that's next Thursday. Okay. We're going to be talking about wealth. So everybody that knows about investing and crypto and Bitcoin, Dogecoin, all of that, please tune in next Thursday, because we're going to be talking about money, honey. But today, yeah, we're talking about our health today. We're feeling good. We're back out. No masks. We're not wearing masks. We're doing the doggone thing. Mr. Glover, retirement as well. Oh my goodness. Retirement. Oh my goodness. At age 20, you don't even think about retiring. It's like, but now you think, if I would have put back $5 a week or $50 a month at age 20, what kind of nest egg would you have had now? So yeah, that's another thing. That's good. I would tell my younger self to save. Definitely. Matter of fact, I tell my children to save, because I didn't do it when I was younger. But like I was telling you earlier, my children are amazing. And, you think about what you didn't do and you try to instill that in your children. And they're the best of me. I mean, they are the best of me. Oh my gosh. And just to sit down and think about that, I feel that each and every child is the best of different parts of me. I have a child that's very caring. I have a child that's very smart. I have a child that's very financial savvy. I mean, yeah, everything that I felt like I was lacking in sensitivity, whatever, they're the epitome of it. And I had all boys. So, yeah. Ding! I'm just so proud of them. Each and every one of them. I'm just so proud of them. And I don't know if I tell them enough, matter of fact. I do tell them I love them, but proud of them is another thing. So, yeah, one thing that I also learned later in life, that letting stuff go, forgiveness and peace of mind is definitely healthy and health worthy. The conversation is, do you feel your age? And I think because of the worry and the concern and the ripping and running that I did so early, is one of the reasons why I don't feel my age, because a lot of people that, drink, smoke, drugs, whatever, early, the body reflects that later. So I stopped the majority of the craziness by age 25. And I think that's the reason why I don't feel my age, is because, you can run for so long. Okay. You could do the craziness for so long, and then your body just, at least when you're smart, I mean, how do you guys feel about it? Looking back and you look at people who continue down the road of, different things, they're either not here or they have a lot of health issues. And you don't want to be later in life, regretting things. So release, relax, relate. Be happy. Y'all remember that song? Be happy. It helps a lot with your health as well. Believe it or not, it actually does. Laughter helps with your health. Yeah. So it helps you when getting older. Like I will be this year. 50. The halfway mark. Hey, the halfway mark. So just curious today to know why men don't go to the doctor. And what would you tell your 20-year-old self? And do you feel your age? Yeah. Boop, 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 Mr. Monroe, awesome sons to have: Kirk, Elijah, and Kafri. Even though I'm 54, Kafri still can't beat me in the mouth. Oh my goodness. Honey. Honey, do not have Kafri take you up on that. Because I'm going to tell you something about my sons. They talk trash. Lots and lots of trash. Mr. Glover, keep smiling as well. I agree. I agree. Happiness, man. You can't go wrong with happiness. Happiness. That's Al Green. Love and happiness. That's right. Al Green. I'm singing today, but I feel good, huh? I'm doing all this singing. Mr. Glover, fear of the unknown factor of being ill. Do you know what? That's what I was told. I was told the fear of the unknown. That's what I was told. The fear of the unknown. Wow, that is so interesting. Mr. Monroe, who is that? Who was talking? Who you talk about? What are you talking about, my love? Mr. Monroe. Who is that? Who you talk about? Okay. All right, honey. Um, but yeah, that is exactly what I was told. The fear of the unknown is the reason why men don't like going to the doctor. Uh, the fear of what the doctor's going to say. And yeah, I can understand, but all at the same time, I'm like, you gotta go. You need to go, right? You need to find out if everything's okay. And if the doctor says something, you can start handling it. You can start taking care of it. And once again, this is not what I know, it's what I think. So I would think that you would want the doctor to tell you so you can go ahead and get whatever you need so you can take care of it. You know what I mean? And but that is what I was told. The fear of the unknown. Yeah. Um, so thank you for that. I appreciate that. Um, Mr. Monroe, what do you think about going to the doctor? Yeah. What do you think about going to the doctor, Mr. Monroe? Um, but yeah, I can get that. I can totally appreciate that. Um, women, like I said, no problems. That's what we do. We check, we make sure, we try to get our family to go. Yeah, yeah, because we want you better. We want to take care of you, right, ladies? Uh huh. Yeah, at least we try. We try. But that was one of the things that I was, wanted to know. You know. Good morning.
Good,
How are you?
good morning. Good morning, Mona. How are you? How's it
I'm
going?
doing, I'm doing great. I'm glad you chimed in this
Thank
morning because
you.
I know you are a busy guy.
So
So
are
I try.
you. So are you.
Well, I try. I wanted to ask you three questions, but before I get started, I want you to please introduce yourself and tell the audience what you do because you're amazing to me, but tell everybody what you do.
You're so sweet. Thank you so much for being so kind. So I happen to be a painter. I'm an artist. I'm a Cuban American um, artist, and so I'm an abstract expressionist. And so I've been able to paint for a living for many years, and then I'm so fortunate I've been able to raise funds for many different things that I believe in. So it's been good. God has been very good to me. So
Yes, yes. So this is, the month of June is my men's month, and
okay.
I reached out to some fellas on different days to sort of chime in on the show because it's you guys' month. Today we're going to be talking about, well, actually today we were talking about why don't men like going to the doctor? That's number one. And number two, do you feel your age? And number three, what would you tell your 20-year-old self?
Wow, you know what? It's so funny that guys are the worst because it's our ego. Yeah, and we think we got it all together. It's like, no, no, we don't need to go. We can fix this, right? But in
Right.
reality, we need to go and check ourselves in. I have been real fortunate when it comes to my health. I'm 63 years old, Mona Lisa, and I feel I'm not kidding. Like I'm 40,
Wow.
50 years old, right? So at
Wow.
63, when you get to be my age, you got to be smart. So every single morning, I have been doing now, and this is not a plug for them, but I'm just want to let you know what I do.
Okay.
I exercise, and then I also take Juice Plus every single morning. And I've
Okay.
been doing it for like the past 5 years. And then I take additional pills that build my, vitamin C, vitamin D, my zinc, and those kind of
Yeah.
things. Because I think, especially right now with everything that's going on, man, it
Yeah.
is vital. So that's
Yes.
that's my that's my game plan. Besides being Cuban, we got that really hot blood. You know how Cubans are.
Right. So knowing that you're, of age and you're very mature, all that good stuff, what would you turn around and tell your 20-year-old self?
Well, if I was 20 years old, I'll be honest with you, I did used to run a lot. I was a runner, right?
Ah,
But I wish I had taken even some vitamins and some stuff back then to build up my immune system even further. And I
mm,
wish I had worked out more. Like I'm talking work
wow,
out more in the gym. Because at the
wow.
time I was doing exercise and I was playing, racquetball and tennis and all that, but I wasn't really pumping. I didn't start pumping till later on. So I
Uh,
think it's really good to get started at that age because it builds your muscles in your body, and then that memory stays in there, and it also helps a lot for future, as you get older.
right. And and I know, I know you, and I'm shocked that you told me your age because you're so slim and trim. So
Thank
supplements,
you. Yeah.
and exercise. And what's the name of the drink again?
I take Juice Plus.
Juice
Juice
Plus.
Plus. Yeah. And
We're
Juice
going
Plus
to
has been
give them
around a
a
long time.
we're going to give them a plug because me and advertising, I definitely want them to know that we're giving them some kudos today.
Well,
Okay.
let me tell you, if by chance, yes, great. But if by chance you want a girl that really knows about it, the one that got me on it, I can connect you. I
Okay.
don't know if you're interested,
Great.
but man, she is knowledgeable, and you should see her. She's in
Oh,
amazing shape. Oh yeah.
okay.
So I always look at the barber before I go to get the haircut. Okay, let me look at his hair. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly.
Of
Well,
course, I have no hair, but when I did have hair, I used to do that.
we got a few comments. Let me see what they're Mr. Glover, one of the hardest things is to come home to tell your family that you have a serious medical condition. You're the man of the house. That's probably one of the reasons why men hate to go to the doctor.
So
Uh,
true.
Gary, as I shared with you yesterday, yes, fear of knowing the unknown and priorities of life or work, wife, children, responsibilities, etc. There you go. And I totally understand. I mean, I do. But then on the flip side of that, it's like you gotta go to the doctor.
Well, it's just that these days, you can prevent so much, especially with anything that with cancers. You can, if you
Oh,
get it at the beginning, then you can really, you can
well,
probably take care of stuff. Yeah.
you already know I know. Well, thank you so much for
Okay.
peeking in. I really appreciate you, Ro.
Love your
Uh,
show. You keep going, girl. I think it's awesome.
Thank you so much. I
Okay.
appreciate you. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Bye bye.
Man, Roe looks amazing for 63, I think he stated. Oh my gosh. Okay, so vitamin plus, drink plus, whatever. Roe, I'm looking for you to put that in the comment section. People at our age have to take supplements. That was key. Supplements. My goodness. Wow. Wow. That was awesome. And Roe is an amazing painter. And he was always so fit. And so I reached out and I was like, hey, how old do you feel? Like I said. And then what would you tell your 20-year-old self? And why don't men like going to the doctor? And as you saw his comments, as you heard his comments, that's interesting. Wow. And the comments that you guys have shared, very good. Very good. What was Mr. Glover's comment again? Mr. Glover, one of the hardest things is to come home to tell your family that you have a serious medical condition. You're the man of the house. And that is a fear. Wow. Ladies, check it out. Check it out. I mean, how do you guys want us to help? And Mr. Monroe says, as I shared with you yesterday, which he did, fear of knowing the unknown and priorities of life, work, children, responsibilities. So I guess, how could we as women help you go to the doctor? How can we ease your dis-ease about going to the doctor? Because obviously telling you to go is not helping. And, I guess there's a better way to do everything, right? Honey, I love you. I want you to be here a long time. I want to be with you a long time. So please go to the doctor. Something sweet like that. What do you think, honey? Something sweet like that? Something sweet like that will work. But yeah, so you guys, please comment, click like and share. Tell me what you thought about the show today. It's all about the men this month. It's all about the men this month. Today we were just talking about men's health. And next Thursday, we're going to be talking about wealth, men's wealth. Crypto, investing. We want to talk about money. And hopefully, my guests next Thursday, buckle up, okay? Because these are going to be experts on the topic. So that's next Thursday. Also, this month, in June, yep, you guessed it. Late night with MonaLisa Monroe. Late night with MonaLisa Monroe. Oh yeah, we gonna be ready. And it starts tonight. So, ladies and gents, get your bottles out, your glasses ready. The title of our show tonight, late night, MonaLisa Monroe. Yeah, but bottoms up. So we want to talk about what's happening out there now since everybody's vaccinated, everybody's taking care of their business. We're out. We're out and about now. We're having a good time. We want to talk about it on the show tonight. So I want you guys to tune in tonight. Yes. So you're not going to see this back here. You're not going to see the MonaLisa Monroe morning show. You're going to see this. Y'all. Bam! Ding, 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 ding. Yes, this is our new late night logo. Go, 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 go. Yeah, this is what we're going to be looking like tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah. I can't wait. So, we're looking at, like I stated, we're looking at about 10 o'clock. Yeah, we're looking like about 10 o'clock. Because, folks go to bed early during the week. But it's Thursday. It's like Friday Eve. So, yeah, we'll send you out some notifications. We really want you to tune in. Tonight is the night. I'm just singing like crazy. Y'all know I feel good. I'm happy. Gary, you got something to do with that? But okay, so before I go, I want you guys to comment, click like and share the show. Yes, 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 yes. And I want you to go to the website www.monalisamonroe.com. I definitely want you to do that. And I want to, Angelina, what's going on, girl? How you doing? Good to see you. So I want you to click like and share the show. I want you to go to my website, www.monalisamonroe.com, and purchase the gear. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, yeah. Purchase the book and purchase coffee or teacups. I look forward to seeing you guys tonight. I really, really do. Thank you all for tuning in to the show today. I love you. Once again, click like and share and tune in tonight. Bye bye.